Today, hopefully our studio audience is awake. We have Heather Cox of FOMO, Delaware, and lots of other things. Welcome, Heather.
Thanks for having me.
There they are. Oh, they are awake. They are awake today. They are awake today. All right. So, Heather, I found you on the social medias. It was MySpace, I think.
My favorite social media
That's how this
platform.
computer is working. It's working from MySpace. I found you on TikTok. And I'm always looking for stuff to do and things going on, things to talk about here on the radio show and let everybody in Chester County kind of know, like, you know, what's happening from an old white dude's perspective. So I saw your TikTok account, which is FOMO Delaware, and then it was like, oh, have you ever been to a rave? And, you know, hey, when was it? And I was like, oh, I was immediately drawn in. And I was like, all right, what's happening here? What is this? I love experiences. And when somebody is curating an experience, and I think you're a great storyteller, and now I know why, you know, researching you a little bit for today. But I was never into electronic music, or I've never been to a rave or any of these like big festivals. Yeah. Of course, I've been to some concerts and things like that. So when I saw the post and it was like, hey, here's what the deal is. We're going to do this this DJ party, and it's going to be at this secret location. And so you buy a ticket. It's going to be generally around this area. And I think at the time you said Chadds Ford. Yeah. And I was like, oh, well, that's close. And that was like the first hook. Nice. Was, oh, cool thing happening near me. I'm old. I don't have to go very far. And it was earlier. Yes. Like it started earlier, which, so since I've been on the radio now, I think it's been 2 years, maybe.
Three.
Closer to 3.
You were before me.
3 years.
I was before you. But not much. And I found on TikTok, there's a couple different accounts. One of it's called the 30-plus club. Then it was like the 40-plus club. Then it was like day shift. Yes. And now it has moved into Philadelphia, and it's called matinee. I'm sure it's happening in New York and LA as well, but I saw it first in the UK on TikTok. And I was like, and here's what got me. I'm watching the video. They're inside. Of course, it's like it's a DJ thing. The guy's up at the booth. There's some girls dancing, and he's like, and people are in the audience, and they're fist pumping, and they got their little glow sticks or whatever. And, it looks like you're in a big, giant nightclub. Cool energy. The music's going, but it's like it was the 40-plus club. I think that's what that was. And, of course, I saw 40-plus, and I went, oh, what's this about? And then it said, and then the DJ's like, and it's not even 6 o'clock. And he goes, flames, smoke, and of course they must have had a drone because of how smooth it was. All right. And then the drone like backs out, so all of a sudden you're backing away from the stage. You see all these people, everybody's going nuts, and it goes, and then it like goes out this walkway, and it's like the fire doors go boom open, and it goes from this dark, loud, high energy nightclub. Boom, you're outside, you're on the street, and it's like daylight out. Yeah. And I was like, that's amazing, because me and my friends around my age group, I'm 55, so some are, in their 40s and such. So we're always joking about how our lives have changed. Like, hey, man, I got a routine. I'm up at 5 o'clock. I can't be staying out at 55 till 3 in the morning, getting like an hour. I could do that in my 20s, but I could do it now, but it wouldn't be pretty, and it would take me a lot longer to recover, and God knows, whatever. All that to say, I saw that, and I was like, oh, this is an amazing idea. So when I saw your event, Chadds Ford, and then I was like, oh, the time, it was like, I forget what time it started.
Wasn't it 4 to 7? I think wasn't it 4 to 7 or 7? It was something earlier. Because we had everybody out before. I mean, it was getting darker. I think, I have to look it up. Yeah. We've had over like 17 events.
I want to say 6 to 10.
Yeah, something like that.
But it was earlier in general. And I'm like, now, and the theme of the party was dubstep.
Yeah.
Which is not my favorite. Probably my least favorite of electronic music.
Yeah.
But I don't hate it. But I was like, I can handle it. And I convinced my partner. I was like, hey, let's check this out. We're going to go out to dinner, early dinner, go to this thing. And I was so interested in checking out the event. And I was like, I want to see what this is. And I'll tell you more about that after we hear more about you.
Yeah.
And I went, and it was cool. And it was like, ooh, got my secret little email, showed up. All right, the venue had changed.
Oh, yeah.
I can only imagine the night. I do. I'm a small business owner, and I know when you try to put an event together, I can't go that day. Can you make it another day? Oh, yeah, let me just tell the other 200 people.
Yeah.
that you have something stupid to go to that you don't want to get out of. Anyway, so showed up, cool. This person opened up their house because the venue changed, so I thought that was cool. But then it was also like, you can imagine my partner, sweet Jessica. She was like, all right, are we going to get robbed? Is this like a trap? Are we going to be sex trafficked?
Trust level, right. 100.
Are we going to be sex trafficked, or is this going to be some weirdo party? And I was like, I don't know.
We're going to find out.
Let's cool. How cool. What a cool story, right? And of course I knew it wasn't going to be like that, but whatever. So you show up, you park, we go in the house is all decorated up, and you're there at the turntables.
Yeah.
Blasting. I feel bad because I'm either into it or I'm not into it.
Yeah.
Not that I wasn't into the event at all. It just wasn't like I wasn't moved to dance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And sometimes I like people watching. So we sat on the couch for most of the time.
Oh, I spotted you.
We didn't really talk to anybody.
No.
But I just wanted to see what was going on. For me, it was like watching TV.
Mm-hmm.
And I enjoyed the whole thing.
Love it.
And then it was like, hey, she was like, all right, I said, hey, can we stay like 2 hours? Is it an hour? We got there a little bit late, but meaning like we wanted to be there right at the start, and then maybe 8 o'clock we're out of there so we can be in bed by 9. Put our inside pants on.
Yeah,
is the joke.
Yes. The comfies.
The comfies, inside pants, nighttime pants, jammies, whatever you want to call them. Eric, do you have inside pants? Do you have a nighttime outfit? I don't know if I asked you this before.
Yeah, I mean, some.
Yeah, some?
Yeah.
All right. Just like
winter, long pants.
Sweatpants.
Shorts, yeah.
Do you have like an outfit that comes off in the morning when you get ready to come here and then goes back on when it's the same shirt and sweatpants? Or does it rotate just through whatever, I'm just wearing this around?
Yeah, it just rotates, yeah.
It rotates, all right. Well, so you haven't reached that position yet where I have a definite set of inside wear. Lounge wear, often they call it,
yes.
For the fancy people. Heather, do you have inside pants?
I do. I even have inside shoes. I have house shoes.
Okay, house shoes is a term. Mm-hmm. Like slippers or shoes you wear around the house because you're not going barefoot. All right. Maybe you step outside to let the dog.
Right, but you don't want to bring your outside shoes into the house. You want to have your inside shoes.
Because it's dirty and yuck.
Exactly.
Yeah, you don't want the yuck from the outside coming in.
Hello, from a germaphobe.
All right, all that to say, great event. You had some obstacles, and now here you are. I was like, I got to get you on the radio show because I want to know more about all the different events and things like that. So, introducing the listening audience to Heather Cox. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So tell me about the business model. Yeah. Talk about FOMO Delaware, which we can find on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. Threads. Yes. I don't even know what that is. I mean, I do know what it is. I don't want to be such a boomer.
MySpace.
It's on MySpace.
MySpace might be coming back, but that's a whole other conversation.
I heard that.
Yeah, you can find me on all platforms, FOMODE302. That's our username, or just hashtag FOMODE302. I like good, using the same usernames across all platforms so we know where to find you. So I got started actually. So I'm a club girly. I'm like an old school for everybody who used to go to Shampoo nightclub in Philly.
Oh, wow.
Egypt nightclub, the 17 to enter, 21 to drink nights. That was kind of like my vibe. I would go up to Philly, and then it kind of morphed into going to festivals and like EDM clubs down in Washington, Atlantic City, Baltimore. And, I kind of figured there's nothing here. There used to be some nightclubs here, like Pharaoh's nightclub that got shut down because of violence in Delaware. Yeah, there was a bunch.
There was like the what was the one with the big
Kahunaville.
Yeah, yes. I was.
I know.
It had like a big volcano or something.
Big volcano, Kahunaville, no longer there.
Yeah.
And I was just driving up in Exton with my mom, and there used to be a place attached to the Hooters called Fire and Ice, I believe, and that was a club, and they just shut down. So I'm like so sad that all these places. Is that what that was? Yeah,
I saw Fire and Ice for years, and I just thought it was like some divey bar place.
It was a nightclub, and that got shut down.
Well, you know what? They needed you because I had no idea what that place was.
Yeah.
I didn't even, it had like a weird banner. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, never heard of it.
Yeah, if you're in the know, you're in the know. If you're in the club scene, EDM scene. So, I did a lot of that growing up. And then when I hit 21, I went to the big festivals like Moonrise in Baltimore. Okay. I actually just got back from Elements in the Poconos with me and my girlies. So I have been going to clubs and festivals since I was 17. Even before then in Delaware, we had these things called teen centers.
Yeah.
Where they would drop us off. We was like 14, 15 years old, like literally dancing to DJs and stuff like that. So I actually had Don't Tell Comedy in my backyard. I don't know if you know what Don't Tell Comedy is.
Yeah.
Well, I connected with them because my husband's a beekeeper and we have bees in our backyard. And so we thought, hey, let's have Don't Tell Comedy at our house. And have the backdrop as our apiary. Like the apiary is the backdrop. So they came out and I kind of saw how the sausage was made in regards to Don't Tell Comedy. And I was like, I could do this. And then so me and my husband are laying there and I was like, I just miss dancing. We had just gotten back from Philly to see Cascade on Halloween. And I was like, we spent like $300, $400 just doing that between the hotel, the tickets, the outfits, all that stuff. And I was like, I'm tired of having to get a hotel, Ubers, outfits. I just want to dance.
Right.
And so my husband was like, well, you should make something. And I was like, okay. So we're laying there at night and try to figure out. And he was like, I was like, FOMO, fear of missing out. And he was like, FOMO'd. I was like, FOMO'd. He was like, you just got FOMO'd. And I was like, wait, FOMO'd, FOMO DE. I was like, FOMO'd. I was like, that's it. So, and I've been in social media, doing social media management strategy for businesses around Delaware for 17 years.
Yeah.
So I have a lot of connections for brick and mortar spaces.
Okay.
So I kind of leaned on my network and I was like, hey, can I dance in your space? And so it kind of, and then I also spoke with the Don't Tell Comedy guy over there and he kind of gave me a few leads as to different places that we would pop up. But I wanted to have it really streamlined. I did not want to have a space. I did not want to deal with overhead and costs and rent.
Listen.
Right. You know.
Girl, who you telling?
Preach it to the choir here.
I have bought my building that I rent at least once for my gym in 17 years. I've definitely bought that building.
Right. So I was like, you know what? I was like, so let me just ask if I could pop up in these spaces. And so I wanted to just pop up without having an LLC or anything like that. But then my lawyer friend, who is also in the EDM, was like, you can't do that. Okay. I was like, okay. So then we formed the LLC and then we have our insurance. We have our security people. We work with Signal Security in Wilmington. We work with Woods Insurance. They provide our insurance for us. And then we work with Secret DJs. So we kind of reach out to different DJs in Philly, Delaware, Pennsylvania, Atlantic City, Baltimore, like wherever, Maryland, DC. And, they come, especially Delaware. I tried to highlight Delaware DJs, and that's what I've been doing since November. But now I'm trying to bring in more DJs. It's just been so much fun. And to see people get out and just dance and not hug the wall has been so great to see. I mean, we held a rave. It was a very merry 2000s Christmas down in Dover.
I wanted to go to that, and I had another event that I was there was some. I had other plans, but there was
150 people, and everybody was just dancing
because it was 90s hip hop, right?
Yeah, it was early 2000s hip hop, R&B, top 40s hits that you would hear at Shampoo Nightclub. So I've been doing social media for 17 years, living behind a computer, WordPress website design for 17 years, living behind a computer. And I was like, you know what? I want to get out into the world. I want to do stuff. So My husband actually got me a class, not even a class, like a private lesson from a producer who's his coworker's boyfriend or fiance is a producer. So I actually produced 4 different songs using FL Studio and Splice. But then I was like, I'm still behind the computer. Like, I don't want to be behind the computer.
Yeah.
I want to be out in the world. I want to connect with people. Everybody's kind of tired of this online living. Everybody kind of wants to touch grass right now. And that, especially for me. So I'm like, okay, I want to like get out and do things. And so that's kind of was like, all right, FOMO was born through that. It was like, I want to get out into the public. I want to, and I didn't want to be the center of attention either. I didn't start DJing. Because I didn't start out as DJing because I didn't want to be the center of the attention. I wanted the dance floor and the people to be the center of attention.
Okay.
I don't really understand this whole like God complex of DJs. Like he's the center of attention, all these people on this huge stage and they're just these glorified. And like, I understand like if that's your path, awesome. Yeah. But that's not for me. Right. I don't really like being the center of attention. But if I do need to step up and DJ, I will. Hence when you were there, I was DJing dubstep because the location they pulled out, and thank God for Scott. Thank you, Scott. Shout out to Scott.
Can I ask who's Scott? What was your connection to Scott?
Scott actually came to a few of our raves.
And he was at the party that night, right?
Yeah, that was his house, yeah.
So that was like one of the fun things for me. I was like, all right, who's Scott? Who's all right, he's got to have some money. And he's got to be a little older, right? He's not going to be 20, I didn't think, because I could just
the art and the vibe and
the art and like it was a cool, dope house, really cool house.
Yeah.
And I was just trying to figure out, was Scott the guy? Did he have like an army jacket on?
Yeah, like leatherish. Yeah, shorter. Yeah. I'll show you the picture.
Okay. I kind of figured. I was like, oh, that's Scott.
That's it. Yeah. So I was like, I threw a Hail Mary to Scott.
Was your husband there then?
Yeah. He was in the FOMO DE event shirt.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. Okay. He throws on the branded shirts for me. That's nice. So I reached out to him. Hail Mary. He was in London when I texted him, and he was like, go over to the house.
He was like, yeah, baby. Let's do a party.
Legit, dude. It was so great. But then because the location changed, the DJ was a little iffy and was like, I'm out. I was like,
really?
Okay, cool. So now the venue's out and the DJ's out. I was like,
what was his reasoning?
It was a lot of back and forth, a lot of the location possibly bowing out for me not having a location, but then having a location. And it was just a lot of like, they were very uneasy. So I was like, okay, like that's cool, whatever. I'm not going to hold it against you.
He thought he was going to be sex trafficked. Maybe.
Well, I'm friends with this individual, so they are very awesome. So shout out to you. Yes, shout out to Chuck. But like honestly, like it was, and so I was like, you know what? Let me step up.
I'm not going to give Chuck a shout out. Boo,
no,
Chuck.
Be nice to them. They are awesome.
Don't you bow out.
So anyway, he is. So I literally stepped up within 24 hours. I was like, all right, I guess I got to do it. And then I grabbed my controller. 24 hours before, I stayed up until 1 a.m. basically putting together my dubstep set. And then I just, did that for 3, 4, I don't even know if it was 3 hours. That was a lot of fun.
It was a lot.
It was a lot of fun. I know it's a lot and it sounds a lot to some people, but I find it fun. I love a good challenge. So
so I have this interesting thing in my brain that thinks I can do everything. Mm-hmm. And so I got hit the other day with, it was something on Instagram. It was like, hey, have you ever wanted to try and be a DJ? And it was like Booth or something was the name of the brand.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And it was like they'll hook you up with somebody, like an actual DJ.
Right.
And they kind of teach you how to do it.
Right, yeah.
And it's like, I don't want to be a DJ.
You just want to know.
I kind of want to see how the sausage is made. I love that kind of stuff. Like, maybe because I'll never do it.
You should.
But going through the process of it and seeing it gives me a better appreciation for things, one. And maybe just because here at the radio station, I don't know, maybe it would be like something to play around with kind of thing.
It's good synergy, honestly. Right. You have, a background in technology, obviously. Mm. So that's how I have a background in technology. I started coding on MySpace days. So that was my technology background, and I've carried that through my whole entire career. Yeah. And I also have a musical background. I was taught, classical piano for 10 years. So, just kind of meshing and marrying all that together, you totally should. I think it would be so much fun, and you would understand how I feel and think in regards to being behind the DJ booth and being like, because before I became a DJ, I was like, oh my God, DJs are mad, like, but no, it's just like, you are like, it's a lot of,
it's a skill set.
It's a skill set. Yes. But also the glorification of it all just kind of rubs me the wrong way. And so I want to be the DJ where it's like, I don't want you to see me. Like, I love the DJs that don't have they have a mask on and you can't see who they are. Yeah. And it just kind of takes away from that, like, glorification of one person and shifts it back to the music and to the people.
And I think, like any musician, most people, if you've listened to big musicians or interviews and things, there's the guy who wants to be the front man. Yeah. Like the David Lee Roths of the world, the Vince Neils. Mm-hmm. Like if you watch that, what was that documentary about Poison? Remember that? And then there was the one about who's Tommy Lee? Who was he with?
Motley Crue.
The movie about Motley Crue. How they're like, you have the people that just want to, like, man, I just want to make art. I love it. And if other people enjoy it, that's really cool too. And then you have the people, Gene Simmons, like who are like, oh, I want to do it to get chicks. Yeah. Like that was Gene Simmons' book, Sex, Money, Kiss, was basically like, hey, I want to get chicks. And I'm like, working stupid. I can make, I can get chicks and be a star, like that whole
superstar.
thing.
Superstar. Yeah.
Yeah. And there's, and I understand both sides of that. I really do. But yeah, I think there's the people that want to be like, hey, look at me. Yeah. Because I have that in me. And then there's the people that just really enjoy, like, oh, look at all these people dancing. Like, I did that. And that
makes me so happy just to see, like,
there's an energy to that.
Full of people dancing with no phones. Yeah. No phones. I swear, if I see one more phone on a dance floor, it is called a dance floor for a reason. It's not called a stand with your phone floor. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. It just bothers me. So
I think that's a generational thing because, like, when I go to a concert, now I look around, everybody is videoing the concert. No. I'm like, no, you're here.
I want to be here.
Yeah.
Present,
I mean, I want to take a picture and a little video, too, to share, but I don't want to spend my whole day curating the thing.
Standing there looking.
Like, I didn't do that at my son's wedding because I'm like, there's a lot of things. There was a part of me that was like, oh man, I want to share that. I'm so proud of him. But I'm like, no, there's a photographer here, and they're going to do a way better job with their $1,000 camera than I'm going to do on my phone.
They even have wedding content creators now.
Yeah.
So you can even get that vertical video too.
Wow, there you go.
So, but I mean, the raves we've been doing since November.
Okay. I was going to ask you, when did you start this thing?
We started November 2025. Mm-hmm. Our first one was at Spaceboy Clothing. We popped up in a clothing store,
Is that in Delaware?
Yeah, that one's in Delaware. Okay. Laundromat in Delaware. That was in Dover. We popped up another one in Dover at Rail House. We popped up at a hair salon, Local Love. That was fun. Yeah, I mean, there's so many other concepts that I want to do.
Yeah. Like what? Like, give me a few. I've seen like a big thing in the, again, I'm newer in the electronic and house music and stuff. And one of the reasons is I'm a big yacht rock guy.
Yes, everybody in the yacht rock these days.
Right, it's huge.
It's huge.
And it is snowballed and gained great momentum. Mm-hmm. And so there's a lot of tribute bands that are like, they have a goofy name, or some of them are shticky, some of them are but whatever. And then I saw this guy. It was right over here at Penn's Table. They had a night where it was yacht rock night, and this guy Ben, he goes by DJ Teal Tuesday, TEAL, and he's like, yeah, I've been trying to like get into like a coffee vibe, because like I see that's the trending thing. Yeah. Now it's it's in my algorithm now a little bit, and I see like a couple people gaining some momentum where they're doing these daytime DJ sets at coffee house.
Yes.
Because I think and this is the other thing, my health and fitness background, I follow and see these trends as they pop up and go and what's kind of hanging. And the amount of people that are the younger people are not drinking.
Correct.
Alcohol is on a huge decline. Mm-hmm. I think Jim Beam had to like shut down for like 13 months because they were sitting on like 64 million barrels.
And good for them. Good for the younger generation for breaking that generation.
So you could look at that in a number of ways, and it was only like less than 10 people were affected by their 13th-month shutdown, by the way. So it wasn't like we're sending people out like, oh, no, we can't shut this down. Thousands of people are going to go without a job. It wasn't like that. So in the industry of things, of entertainment and events and things to do, it's less alcohol fueled.
Yeah.
So now, and that's kind of changing the vibe. So it's not like, hey, I'm going to go out and get plastered all night and dance and, whatever. I want to be sober, and it's like daytime. So the coffee house is like a big thing.
So we're having our first coffee rave. We're calling it Beats and Bare Feets because it's a sock hop coffee rave. That's happening September 6th in Smyrna, Delaware. So that's about 45 minutes from Newark, Delaware. I'm about 45 minutes from Westchester. So that'll give you about an hour and 30 to Smyrna if you want to come dance with us on a Sunday morning at 9 a.m. We're going to be serving canned coffee beverages and selling pastries. And we'll probably have some like black coffee with cream and sugar for free. But yeah, and I'm gonna be DJing. So
okay,
the house music, because
I was gonna say,
how am I gonna find a DJ that was up at 3 a.m. on Saturday night? How am I gonna find a DJ at like 9 a.m. on a Sunday? So I was like, I don't even want to go through that rigmarole at all. I think I'm just gonna do that myself because I have already DJ'd in a few coffee spots. One was in Cafe Neo in Newark, Delaware.
Okay.
On Wednesdays. I'm sometimes there on Wednesdays. Just watch out for my social to find out where I am. But yeah, I mean, I like the DJ stuff and I love the early morning stuff. I really do think that with the generation and not drinking, and honestly, it's more about the caffeine with them. I mean, with all of the Monster drinks and those, what are those, boom sticks? When you like, I don't even know what they're called. You like shoot this like methyl like situation. It was on Shark Tank. Like I was at a rave the other day.
Never even heard of it.
So I was at the festival the other day, and literally, I don't even know how many I saw, and people were just like, you just like crack it or something, and it's like, it gives you this caffeinated, it like wakes you up. It
you
like
snort it?
Yeah, it opens up your nasal passages.
You stick it up your nose?
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's a stick.
Yeah, it's not a stick. It's like one of these, like, I don't know, it looks like a chapstick thing, and you put it in your nose, and you push a button, and it like shoots. I haven't used it because like I don't need caffeine. I don't drink caffeine.
Wow. Eric's
caffeine.
Writing this down right now.
I saw a bunch of them, and like. At the festival, and I was like, wow, like this.
What are you putting up your nose?
Well, I mean, I think it's just like menthol, and like there's something caffeine or something, and it was on Shark Tank. It like right. They make billions of dollars now. Blah, blah.
So here's I'm gonna guess without any research, just from what you've told me, what the thing is. Eric's going to do a little research. He's going to look it up. He's going to look.
I don't know if it's called boomstick, but you'll have to be like caffeinated or like menthol nose shot. Shark Tank.
I'm going to guess that, all right, so a lot of times in the lifting world, smelling salts are, they put together this concoction that when you snort it, it is like it has menthol, things like that like open up your sinuses.
Yes.
Like you ever eat horseradish or wasabi, right? Vasodilator. So when that happens, that triggers your brain to release some it's like getting punched or slapped in the face.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Except because your nervous system works differently with the sense of smell.
Yes.
I would say it's probably less physiological and more like, it's like, woo, it's so harsh. You're like, whoa, baby, I'm awake.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never done it.
That trend is like for lack of a better term, like I've seen that a lot on like podcasts, like Joe Rogan. They'll be like, hey, I'm sober or whatever. And I'm like, hey, you want to snort this? And it's almost like, it's kind of like the Jackass theme, like who can snort the worst sniffing, how long can you sniff this stuff up in there?
Snort up your.
Eric, what did you find? Am I right?
This is called Boom Boom.
It's
a portable, all-natural aromatherapy nasal inhaler made with menthol, peppermint oil, and eucalyptus oil to give an instant cooling,
that's not that bad.
Rush.
People do, like, that kind of stuff's been around forever because of people with their sinuses.
Yep. I don't know. I saw a bunch of it at the festival. I was like, okay, everybody's just getting waking up and,
Like Vicks Vapor Rub.
Yeah.
That's the same exact thing, except they
used to the nose.
It's old. That's old school. I
know.
Yeah.
They just repackaged it.
They repackaged it and sent and sell to the young folks.
Yeah. So, I mean, and I love a good morning rave because I'm just awake already. I mean, 7 a.m., I can tell you're up. Hit the floor.
You're up right now.
Yeah, I am.
You're awake.
And, also it's because a lot of people are sober raving. And that's where you can find sober people. Sober community is in these morning coffee raves. And then also I've seen coffee raves happening before work. So instead of people working out, going to the gym, they'll go to a morning rave from like 4 a.m. to 7 a.m. and then they'll go right to work because they're energized. It puts them in a good mood. It gets them, together with community. And then it kind of also, I mean, the collective energy kind of lifts you up and lifts everybody up and just makes you kind of feel happy.
Listen, in the age that we are in of the, elevated morning routine, I'm sure we've all seen a podcast, somebody talking about, here's my morning routine. It's like, gratitude journal, journaling, cold plunge, which, I have partaked in some of those things, some type of movement practice, getting the sunlight, red light there, whatever those things are.
Clean girl aesthetic.
This, the morning rave is not that far off from these other practices, except it is a communal thing. People who love.
It flips it on its head.
Yeah.
Because the morning routine is usually it's individual, right? Unless you have kids, but then if you have kids, you gotta, the workout.
Unless you're the runner who's out there running.
With the run clubs, which are also huge. I mean, is it Diplo? I think
Diplo Run Club. He has his own run club because he's like, hey, if I'm going to be DJing all day, I got to stay in shape.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then I got to do something for my health. I can't keep taking deposits withdrawals without making some deposits.
Literally, I started this and I've lost 15 pounds because of all the dancing, moving. Even at the DJ booth, I'm dancing. I mean, you saw me all night.
Yeah, you were moving.
I put it on a long song and
water.
I get out all the hello.
Bring me water.
It's good time. So we have a bunch of raves coming up. Like I said, one in Smyrna, September 6th. That's the coffee rave.
Yeah.
And then we have the craft rave, which is with Coastal Alchemy. That's in Wilmington at home base on September 19th at 11 a.m. So we're doing brunch vibes for that as well. And then we're having FOMO DE Fuego, which is a reggaeton rave.
Reggaeton.
Yeah, that's going to be in Wilmington. Now that was rescheduled. That was supposed to be tomorrow.
Eric, pull up a reggaeton.
Yes, pull up a reggaeton
song that we can just so we can give the listening audience might not know.
Are there like specific ones or just
give them one?
Just type in like reggaeton 2000s.
There you go.
Yeah. There's this one. It's like Boniqua, Bonana. That one's good. So yeah, reggaeton rave. That was supposed to be this Friday, but then it got canceled. So rescheduled. So I rescheduled it for September 26th, happening in Wilmington, Delaware, from 7 to 10 p.m. Food and drink for sale, 21 and over, reggaeton vibes. Going to be so much fun. And then we have first to know, October, we are having an emo EDM rave. So 2000s like emo vibes, emo EDM like rocker stuff. It's going to be.
And where's that going to be?
That one's going to be in Wilmington as well.
Wilmington.
Yeah.
All right, we got to get you doing some more things in and around Chester County.
I know. Well, see, that's why.
I know it's a little far.
Well, so that's why we created FOMO DE Over the Line, OTL, because I wanted to go. I mean, I'm from the tri-state area.
Is that a different Instagram handle?
No, it's just
the idea.
The concept. OTL. So we've done the first one, which was at Scott's house. That was Over the Line. So I have another one planned in Elkton, Maryland, Over the Line. Okay. I want to do one in Kennett Square, and I want to do one up here as well. It's just difficult for me to leave my pond. Sure. Right. And so.
Well, that's where your people are. That's where your circle is.
Yes. So, I mean, but it worked out well for the Chadds Ford one. So, I mean, doing one up here, and if I partner and find a really great DJ up here, I'm all for it. Over the line. Let's go.
Well, I gave you one, Ben.
Yes.
Teal Tuesday.
I wrote it on my hand.
I saw you write it down on your hand. I'll make sure I connect you on Instagram as well.
Perfect,
and give you a little intro. Because so this whole 30-plus club, 40-plus club, day shifters, that's another one I've heard.
Yes.
Matinee. I want to see that happen here more. Now, there's a place here in town called Station 142, and that used to be called The Note. And it was a place, it's, they have a stage there, they have live music and blah, 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 blah. Lots of stuff happening there. They put on something that was like that. It was like a happy hour-esque dance party.
Yeah.
And the music was decent. The DJ was good, but it was really lacking something. Mm-hmm. And I can't blame anybody for that. But I went to it because I'm like, all right, let's see if this. I've been telling everybody about this day shift 40-plus idea. I've been talking about it for now 2 years now to anybody who will listen, because I think it's like such an untapped thing.
Of course. 100%.
When you go back to the dance club, it's exactly the vibe you were talking about. People that used to go to Pulsations. So this is up here more, right? Pulsations, nightclub.
Yep.
Wasn't Steve Singer?
Steve Singer, yeah.
He was a DJ there?
I think so.
Yeah. So does he own the Crossroads?
So
Crossroads, yep.
He owns it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So there's a guy.
The family, and he owns it, yeah.
Okay. So there's a bar in Downingtown called the Crossroads, and he DJs there, and he does he does 2 segments, a Friday night and a Saturday night.
Like Steve Singer, like I Hate Steven Singer?
No.
Steve Singer?
No.
Oh, I was about to say.
No. Jewelry guy by day, DJ at
right,
night.
I was about to say.
Dive bar owner. No, I'm just kidding. The Crossroads have been around forever. That's in Downingtown. And so he does like a segment Friday and Saturday nights. One's called like New Wave Happy Hour, and
they're both on Saturday. Disco Happy Hour, New Wave Power Hour. Disco Power Hour, New Wave Happy Hour.
Disco Power Hour, New Wave Happy Hour. They're like back-to-back 1-hour segments of music from that.
Oh, okay.
From those genres. Yeah. So there's that in Downingtown, and I've been trying to. I just think that's anyway, the dancing thing, Pulsation. Sorry, I got sidetracked. King of Prussia was Touche. That was in the Hilton, I think, which wasn't under 21. Then there was like Shadows. That was like in the Radisson, which is now like the Valley Forge Casino.
All these clubs and like hotels are really funny to me.
Yeah, well, because they had a nightclub bar type thing, and then it was like 80s, so everybody had put in some weird Miami Vice lighting, and now you have a nightclub.
Right, yeah.
But yeah, that thing where I want to go, have a good time around that, what do they call it? The golden hour,
Yes.
So maybe that's what we call, I don't know.
Oh.
But it needs to happen. It needs to happen more up here, because there's people my age that want to go and dance, and I see it more and more now on things like TikTok. There's a guy named DJ Steve Corrado. He's an older guy. I think he's older than me. There's like an Ashley's in Glen Mills that he did like an earlier happy hour-ish, but it's like the music of the, from people who are in the 50s.
Yeah.
So like when you think of that music, it's like, what's that Philly music that was freestyle?
Yeah.
Freestyle type music. So those guys, there's a guy that does it. It's like, I forget what his DJ name is. He does it like on Long Island, but it is, you see it, and it's like all of a sudden you have transported these people from, 1980 something into today, and they are out there like getting after it.
Yeah.
Right? They're dancing to
I love
let the music play. And people are like, yeah, remember this? Remember when I was like driving
Nostalgia. Nostalgia is a huge driver of the economy right now. So
and think who has money.
Yeah.
And who has the time? It's people typically in my age, right?
Well, also, and there's another reason why, clubs are huge in hotels, and people are getting back to the dancing and the clubbing and festival going. It's because I went to Hong Kong Polytechnic University.
I saw that on your thing. I wanted to ask you.
I know. So I'm currently in another certificate course. But anyway, the reason why that these clubs and hotels and these experiences are getting really, a lot of attention and a lot of money put towards them is because the boomers are traveling more because their life expectancy has gone up, but they're traveling with their Gen Z, Gen A grandkids.
Yeah.
So they're bringing them onto the traveling experience. Yeah. So that's why you see more experiential events happening around, hotels and different cities, because the boomers are traveling, but they're bringing the younger kids, and they need to have something to do with the Gen Z, Gen A crowd that is more experiential. There's more stuff that is more connecting, selfie spots and, like freebies, and people like experience. People like to feel something when they go to an event. Yeah. And that's why I use storytelling in my marketing with FOMO, because storytelling connects with your audience more than just, hey, here's a rave. Hey, here's a rave. Yeah. I could scream from the rooftops and post one flyer saying, we have a rave coming up in Wilmington. But that's not going to emotionally connect with the reader. Right. I want to be like, hey, if you live in this circle, you and your bestie are coming to the rave. Like, hey, have you and your best, send this to the group chat. I'm trying to create, put yourself in this position or in my shoes in regards to the raving, and how can I make you connect with that content so that I'm going to be experiencing something when I go to this secret rave. Yeah. I'm not just going to show up and then nobody's going to talk to me. Right. I was leaving the girls' night out last weekend or 2 weekends ago. Oh, no, it was last weekend. It was Saturday. It was so much fun. We popped up at Skipjack Restaurant, a woman-owned restaurant in Delaware, and I was leaving, and there were women still just hanging out up front on the chairs. The restaurant had just closed, and they were like, this is the most taken care of I felt coming out of any event, any dance party ever. And I was like, that is so nice, because I give out freebies, I give out gift cards, I give out trinkets, Sprouts, I give out at the girls' night, I give out jewelry. I give out my love language is gift giving. Yeah. So I just want to give the love and just share the love with people. And, the core values of our, industry in regards to EDM is peace, love, unity, respect, and responsibility, PLUR. And that's what the core values of our community is. So that's why I'm very all-inclusive, and that's why PLUR, peace, love, unity, respect, and responsibility is at the center of this mission. Yeah. Bringing people to the dance floor, but also bringing respect and love and peace and unity to the dance floor. Raves come with a political connotation, right? Raves started in, the basements of Chicago by LGBTQ plus community who were pushed out of their, other spaces. So they created their own. And so, we have a responsibility to keep our space safe and, all about unity and love and peace. And we have to have a responsibility to protect that, and also protect the people and community that are within our spaces. That's why I threw a rave in April with Conrad Taylor and we raised $2,500 for the ABA Pro Bar, which basically I gave all that money to women and children who are detained at the border. Because that's our duty, is to take care of our community. And what better way is to dance for a community that is marginalized and not, getting the help that they need, exactly how kind of the rave was formed in, the 70s in Chicago. So, it's really about community and coming together and just dancing, because honestly, trauma lives in the hips. I know that's crazy. I'm a yoga girly, and, somatic healing and, moving the hips and moving your body really does release all of that anxiety. And, I live with high functioning depression my whole entire life. And so getting on the dance floor, it's like you're free. You have a release. You can move out all of that anxiety and angst and come together as a community. And music is healing. I mean, we are energy. Music is energy. It is frequency. And so coming together as a collective and also coming together with that music, it's just a highly elevating experience and I say music is my drug. I have a water bottle that has been with me at every single rave, and music is my drug. I can literally, that's how I wake up every morning. 7 a.m. dubstep is in my ears. So it's the greatest feeling ever. And if anybody who wants to come experience just freedom of raving and freedom of dancing without any expectation and with a community that is all about peace, love, and unity, respect, and responsibility, please come find us at FOMO, and we're going to try to bring it up here as well. A lot of people have asked us to franchise. And I'm like, I don't even know if
what that means, yeah.
want to franchise. I don't even know if because my husband and I discussed that when we were building it. We were like, FOMO DE, FOMO PA, FOMOPA, like FOMO MD. Like, we could do it to any state, but like, I can't be replicated. I know that's crazy to say, but I can't be replicated.
I'm going to put a pin in your you said a lot of things there that one, I think when people go to festivals, they do this, is this idea of a community. And I think things everything you said, we had this April Stewart and her and her husband, they started a clothing brand, which was like, nice higher end clothing for the people that are going to festivals and that kind of lifestyle. And she does, not life coaching. I don't know. It's like whirlinggoddess.com. I don't know. And they left the corporate world to kind of move into these things. So when I see this stuff happening, it's, I just had a conversation with a guy last night who works for a law firm. He's in finance. And he handles like retirement and benefit packages and all this stuff for this law firm. Mm-hmm. And the whole point of that was, I see this guy as kind of like this hippie guy, very smart, et cetera. But he's like, I love financing. He goes, most of the young guys coming out of college now, or people, because it's guys and girls, and they come to this law firm where normally like there would have been a time where like, yeah, I want to like rule the world and, make money. And, it's now like I want to pay off my student loans and then make enough money to go buy a farm. And then me and all my friends can build a house on it and like have this nice little community and take care of each other kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And he's like, that is happening a lot and a lot and a lot. So I think it goes with this overall theme of this shift in society. Just like you talked about, like, boomers and Gen Zers or whatever, they're taking their kids. I think people societally are at a different place in their relationship with their children versus the type of relationship I would have with my dad.
Yes.
So, my dad, I would have not wanted to be my friend, right? And nor would I have wanted to be my dad's friend, nor do I think that that's necessarily healthy. Mm-hmm. But you do reach a certain stage of life where you're like, all right, you're not really my kid anymore. You're a human being. A lot of my job is sort of, I'm retired from, holding your hand all the time, but I'd still want to be around you and spend time with you. And that would have just never happened generationally, I think, in my generation or older. Now I'm like looking at my kids. I want to spend time with you. And like, for example, my son just got married, and here's me and my 20-year-old daughter. We're out in the dance floor dancing like I would have never really had imagined or had the opportunity to do previously, because we're both so busy and things like that. So I really enjoyed that moment.
So I got to say, I actually I don't know if you guys have seen this viral band. It's called Angie and Dave Putrine. It's the guys with the polka dots all over them with the really big nose, and they're up there playing the guitar and stuff.
No.
They're from France. You should definitely check them out.
Okay.
I just got tickets for me and my dad. I got my dad tickets to see them in Philly. Okay. My dad's like 67. This was his 6'7" birthday, so that was funny.
6'7".
Yes, 6'7". But yeah, so he would never have thought to take his dad to a concert.
Right.
So my dad's obsessed with them, and he was like sending me videos, and he listens to them every day. And I was like, you know what? Like, I'm taking you, bro. And so we're going in November.
Yeah,
so.
like me and my sister. My sister's 10 years older than me. And like we're going to this thing in the Finger Lakes in December. We both love the movie It's a Wonderful Life. And so there is a thing up there. They have a big festival.
Do they really?
It's a Wonderful Life festival, because there's a bridge that was a lot of, like, I forget who wrote the actual book and then screenplay, but it's based off of this town. They think,
and this is in December.
Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna have to give me that information, because my mom's like obsessed with that movie. So
it's pretty awesome. So, and it's just such a great story of gratitude and being like, you never know how you're touching people's lives, and I think that brings it right back to you. You're sharing this joy and love for something, and is there like, how can I pay? What did Elizabeth say? How can I feed my whatever? what feeds me doesn't, I don't know. She had some kind of saying that it was like, hey, I got to pay the bills, but I also want to do this thing for the greater good of humanity and things like that. And I love to hear stories like that. I love for people to tell their story. This is definitely in line with that whole thing of people coming together. We're going to dance, like the whole things many things you said about like energy and frequency. I'm like, I could talk about hours about that stuff with you, and anybody really, because I'm really into that. I think we really, there's ancient knowledge that exists that we have forgotten, and people are kind of waking up to.
I have a certificate, or actually a diploma in astrology and parapsychology. So I could talk about that all day long as well.
You should read my horoscope.
I'll read your chart. Hey, let's go. And your palm and your numerology. I do it all. Yeah. Multifaceted queen right here.
So, and I love all of that. You also have another business. I want to just highlight that just a little bit. Can you tell us about that? You kind of mentioned it earlier.
So I have been a social media manager and strategist and WordPress website designer for 17 years under the business Heather Cox Codes. I did have an agency. I had about 9 employees at one time, but the social media landscape has really changed due to artificial intelligence and a lot of people bringing social media in their organizations and not really hiring out for contractors. So my role has kind of shifted. So now I'm a social media director for a law firm that has 7 locations across Delaware, Pennsylvania, and Maryland. And I'm also the social media director of the Birth Center of Delaware. So but I am taking on other fractional roles like WordPress website design and social media, stuff like that. But it's helped me kind of grow FOMO in a way that is storytelling based. Gone are the days where we could just post, hey, I'm having an event, come see me. And then social media gives it to 100% of the audience through organically. And you didn't have to pay for, pay to play. But now only our audience sees 10% of our posts due to the organic algorithm. So, I've learned a lot. And so because of that, I'm able to scale FOMO in a way through social media that reaches audiences in a way that uses storytelling and not just kind of megaphone.
Yeah, I mean, it hooked me. It definitely, nice. I mean, part of it was because it was like local. Obviously, right. Like, something's happening around here.
Yeah.
I often joke around with Eric, and we talk about things like Facebook events. Like Facebook events is like the social calendar for boomers. But now there's this woman has come up with, and I don't know if she has a team or not. I couldn't tell you her name. It's called Playdate. It's an app, and it is like Facebook events, but it's an app.
Interesting.
And so, as a business owner myself, I'm always like, how can I reach more people? I need to create some events to get people in. Come check out the space. Because once I get you in, you're going to be like, oh, this is pretty cool. I mean, you're either going to be in or not, but at least I gave you a taste.
So you're going to let me throw a rave in here now, right?
That was 100%, not in here, because this isn't my business.
Oh, okay. That's what I'm saying. Let me do
this it. This is just a side. This is a hobby, and it's fun for me, and all that.
The radio place wouldn't want me to throw down in here now?
I'm not saying they wouldn't. That's definitely something.
Come on, 953.
Yeah, I just have nothing to do with that decision making. But sure, I tell everybody, like, like any, I don't know, whatever. There was a guy I talked to, and he's like, yeah, I do, like, put together. I was like, you should contact the radio station.
So let me just say, one of the coolest concepts of content right now in the DJ world is the fishbowl content, right? So it's like the people will pop up in a laundromat and literally get a few people behind, a little booth baddies behind them. Yeah. But then they have the people working in the laundromat stuff moving, and it's just all for content.
Right.
So, getting content at a radio station for the radio station wouldn't be half bad. Yeah. So people like to pop up in small places too. Yeah. Like in Amsterdam, they had a banana rave. And the audience was bananas. It wasn't even people. It was just bananas. It's like the whole room, the whole floor
was
up
just
to
bananas.
Here was just filled with bananas.
That's
it was
crazy.
insane.
That is crazy.
But it makes for cool content.
Yeah.
So,
But I would have you at my gym.
Let's go.
And if you see the space, we have about 7,500 square feet of floor space.
Dude, yeah.
So
we could do it. Yeah. We could do a daytime. I don't even do a morning rave. A 4-hour morning rave.
I mean, I don't know.
We could do it.
I'm up for anything. But anyway, so Playdate.
Yes,
it's free. You join it for free, and you could post like, hey, different events that are going on. Awesome. And I think she's local to the area. I want to have her on the station too, because I think it's an amazing idea.
That is amazing.
I don't know. Was there anything else, Eric? You got anything?
I think you covered a lot.
I think we covered so much.
Well, you have a lot of great ideas, you both now. So
yeah, man.
Kind of bouncing them off each other.
We're going to work together, Stephen.
I keep getting, what's funny, Heather, is the people that keep coming to me because of either like, oh, that's just interesting, and I want to share you and everything you're doing with all of Chester County, right? And people like that come in front of me. And then I go, man, I keep getting these little messages, like a little affirmation message thing, and it'll say like, hey, Steve, keep going because pretty soon you're, synchronicity and alignment's coming into play and all these things, like different DJs and things that I keep meeting, and because I have these little goofy ideas in my head. We have the Uptown Center that's right here in Chester County, and like, man, I don't know if it would be a good place. They have an upstairs where they do comedy shows. The downstairs is stage and seated, so it's not. Any
place is a good place for a rave.
Yeah, so like, man, I could see something happening there. We had DJ Ha, he goes by, Ryan Ha. He's another guy you want to meet.
I mean, even like find me a cornfield.
Yeah.
Find me a cafe. Yeah. Find me like a barber shop. That would be fun. Right, like I just love random pop-up spots because like a lot of the times these the restaurants and stuff, they already have a drive. They already have people pulling them in with the food and the drink. But like barbers, they can't really do much with their spot past closing, right? It just sits there. So how can they make extra revenue? Bring me in.
That's what I think about my gym. Like my last class is 7:00 Monday through Thursday, Friday at like 5:30 to 6:30. Right. And then I have this big space with speaker systems and stuff. And like, so when I saw this, like the whole day shift thing, there's something else I'll share with you off because I don't want anybody stealing this idea. I'm going to share an idea with you at our next break. But listen, we're out of time, Heather. I'm so sorry. I don't mean to like cut it short like this. Okay. But Heather, tell us more about where we can find you for things.
You can find me in a whole bunch of places. I'm going to just direct you to FOMO. So it's FOMO, FOMODE 302 on all platforms. You can also find me at Heather Cox Codes. That's my social media stuff. You can also find me at Heather Null. That's Heather Null. That's my DJ name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, also you can find me at Benjamin's Booth. That's my husband's honey company that I also am in charge of marketing of. So I think we're going to be starting a farmer's market down in Newark. So that's going to be fun too. Lots of things, lots of stuff I'm dabbling in. So yeah, definitely connect with me. And
what was your DJ name?
Heather Null. Heat her Null. I followed you on Instagram through the
Null.
All
right.
Yeah, I have like a whole like breakdown of what my DJ name means, but
you can save that for another time.
Yeah. Well,
Listen, Heather, I'd love to have you back in. Maybe we can get you coming in doing a set or doing a rave in here. I don't know, Eric.
Dude, give me 30 minutes just to, do some like coffee, like in the morning, like music vibes. I don't know.
All right. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, sounds good.
It was so nice having you in. I wish you a lot of success because I think you're doing something really cool and it's really fun. And I miss dancing as a 50-year-old guy. I miss going to a place and dancing to the music that I want to dance to.
Yes.
Not always like, whatever's hot. And I don't mind. I can do that too. But there's just not a lot of places to really do that. Like there is this station 142 here in town that it seems like a young crowd, and it's really, it gets really busy in there because we are a college town. We have Westchester University. It seems like the other place to kind of go and cut loose a little bit is The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, which used to be, what did that used to be before that? I feel like it's been like 3 or 4 places.
Well, Stove and Tap up top.
Stove and Tap is the restaurant up top.
I don't remember what it was otherwise.
Yeah, and then there's Barnaby's, but that's for the really young crowd. That's like the 20-somethings, and you are like this.
Once you're out of college, you feel out of place there.
What's that?
Once you're out of college, you feel out of place there.
Yeah, at Barnaby's. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. It's like for drunk 20-year-olds.
Yes.
Yeah, and they're bumping.
No, I mean, hey, let's bring some dancing to Westchester.
I would love
the ones the music that you like. Let's do it.
Yeah, I would love it.
Yeah.
All right, Heather, thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy day. You have a lot going on. Guys, check them out. FOMO DE, right? You can look them up on social media, Instagram, Facebook, all the socials, TikTok. Come on, boomers, get on the TikTok. There's lots of good content. You'll get lost for about a month, and then you'll curate your algorithm.
Yeah.
All right, so
thank you so much.
Thank you so much for coming on.